Well, let's shift our focus now. Let's get more insight into the matter, which, of course, we'll be getting the thoughts of former Director General of the NIA in a moment. But let's go to our Abuja studio, where we will be talking about all the major topic of the day. Today, the National Assembly held a public hearing to look into the details of the 2017 budget as presented by President Muhammadu Buhari. The National Assembly and key stakeholders are looking at ways, the best ones, to actualize the plans of the Buhari government as stated in the budget, and also see which parts of it are practicable. Joining us to discuss this is Senator Sunday Ogboji, a Deputy Chairman, Senate Committee on Appropriations, who joins us from our Abuja studio. Senator, many thanks for coming on the program. Loads and loads of issues coming on the 2017 budget. What can you tell us about what stakeholders, especially those who picked out the gray areas in the 2017 budget?
Come again?
Senator Woji, the question is, we understand the stakeholders spoke about some of the gray areas, some of the projects that were in the 2017 budget, some of those whom they think that should not be there in the first place. What are some of the agreements or some of the disagreements that you saw today at the public hearing?
Oh, yeah. You see, the essence of the public hearing is because hitherto we have not really been observing it. It's expected that before any act of National Assembly comes out, that there should be a public hearing where the society, especially the major stakeholders for that particular issue, are given opportunity to ventilate their mind and speak to the National Assembly about what they think about the particular bill. In this case, the appropriation bill that is before us, we felt it was necessary to invite stakeholders from across the country to come and talk to the National Assembly so that collectively we can build a budget that will really reflect the intentions of Nigerians which the executive will implement. Yes, the gray areas. I want to say that some of the areas that are regarded as gray areas are other areas that are based on lack of adequate information. And so the public hearing also provided a platform that some of these areas that people felt that should not be in the budget, that they were really not properly informed. Because sometimes when you talk about welfare in ministries, people have the opinion that, oh, this is just money that maybe a line item that the civil servants want to use to line their pockets. No, it is because, let's take for instance that there is debt within that particular ministry or that particular MDA. That ministry is supposed to show interest that this their colleague that has just died while in active service, that they should be able to, if nothing else, provide transport for colleagues that will go for the burial, buy a casket, or some of those little things that they may have to do to show that they really sympathize and really empathize with the family of the deceased. So sometimes when you now hear civil societies talk about it as if when you say this line item, welfare, that it is just to give people who are already being paid so much, it is not really so. I'm just giving that as an example of some of the
if I may quickly come in here, if I may quickly come in here, some of the concerns really is what some other people have said is a duplication of some of these items, funds for fighting corruption that you find the EFCC, the ICPC, there you find funds for fighting corruption, like the welfare that you mentioned. A lot of people will believe that at the moment that the nation is in recession, this is a moment that we need to adjust. At every kobo should count. And that's the concern really now, that it looks so much that these funds just keep, there's a repetition of some of these funds.
Shehu, I rather don't think so. Because if you really want to get information, then there should be something in every MDA as we have it today. There is a small unit that is interested in eradication of corruption within that MDA. And that particular unit needs to be funded in order for them to be able to do their job effectively. I know that today, most Nigerians, just like the EFCC has said and the agencies of government are reporting, that they have been, setting discoveries based on what you might call the whistleblowers' action. This is not possible for us to be able to get this information as detailed as that if there are no agencies, if there are no units within the MDAs that are handling that aspect.
Okay,
So
Senator Boji, a good time for us to take a breather, but we'll be back as we discuss details of the second budget of the Buhari government, the center of debate today when lawmakers and experts met. We'll continue with the conversation when we return. Stay with us.